Hello and welcome to my presentation of CLN 650 ILA. My ILA is based around a classroom of 27 Year 7 students in South Australia, and my goal with this ILA was to not only give them an inquiry-based approach to learning, but I really wanted to have something that's centered around a digital aspect. So I wanted them to do a lot of work with blogs, a lot of work with Web 2.0 tools, and really exploring the internet and using the internet as a resource and research-based tool instead of just the normal way that they look at it, of doing presentation on a PowerPoint or something, or doing a poster. I really wanted to see them spreading their wings in the digital world, which is something that they're going to have to do as they get older. So my ILA is based around the question, are great leaders made or are they born? I really wanted to get my students to really think about that idea of nature versus nurture. So are leaders naturally gifted in being in great leaders, or are they kind of raised and learn how to become great leaders? Some of my kids, when I posed this question in the very first lesson, most of them kind of thought, no, great leaders are basically born like that. They're just people are natural leaders, and I really wanted to see if I could not change their minds, but just give them some other things to think about based on the research they find. So you can see there on the left, I've given you that quote. That every individual has the potential to be a leader. Leaders have a set of social and friendship skills to enable them to help and empower others. So we're really looking to see if we can empower my students into being the leaders of the next generation. So I guess the essential questions that I want to go through with my class and have been able to go through is that um, what skills and abilities are required to lead effectively? So what is it that makes people be able to be good leaders? What opportunities exist for leadership within groups? So taking a look even just within the school background, we looked at the classroom and how students can be leaders as SRC reps. As then we looked at the leadership scale in a school. You've got your teachers, you've got your vice principals, your principals, your regional directors, going even further from that. And then how can leadership impact in both positive and negative ways? So we are not up to that point yet, but we're going to be looking at certain leaders that have had positive effects and certain leaders have had negative effects. So when I talk about that, I look at things like Hitler, Stalin, things like that on the negative side, and then look at people like JFK, Martin Luther King on the positive side. Our enduring understandings are things that I want my kids to be able to come out of this unit with. So I want them to realize that there's different forms of leadership that require different skills and abilities, and that different roles within the group offer leadership opportunities. So even if you're in a group and you can't be the leader, that there's other things that you can lead the way in. You might not be the most charismatic person, but you can lead in a quiet way or a forthright way. Uh, and also that decisions made by leaders impact on those around them. So to really give them this idea that if you are a leader of men, you have those people's fate in your hands, and you need to take responsibility for that action. Just important to note that I've not actually finished this unit with the kids. It's probably got another 2 to 3 weeks to go. We had to extend it due to some other commitments with the school, particularly the school choir and human growth and development sessions we run in term 3. So just a few examples of the very first task that I gave them. I gave them an alphabet key task. So you can see that they've had to list the alphabet there, and then just I gave them 20 minutes. They could talk amongst themselves, and they just had to list as many leaders as they could. From there, they had to then pick one of those leaders and just kind of research him a bit or her a bit, and just find out who that leader was, and then just write down what they think the skills are that that leader had. And they had to then put this their onto their blog and then reflect on 5 other people in the classroom's leaders as well. The I particularly like the dad of leadership up there. So you can see that different people see leadership in lots of different ways.